Could the new manga of Akasaka be better than Oshi no Ko? Is Vshojo done for good after all these members leaving? And is it true that sharks have two peepees? We will discover all that in today's episode of Weeb News, the most important news show on the internet, revolving all around Weeb culture. So yeah, let's talk about Aka-sensei's new manga. Launch Reina is the new manga by Akasaka, illustrated by a brand new illustrator in the industry named Nishizawa 5mm. I don't know why 5mm. So what's this manga about? Well, it's not really like Oshi no Ko. Instead, it leans much more to Aka's previous work, Kaguya-sama, which is of course a rom-com. Launch Reina is a rom-com as well, about Mari, who is a half Japanese and half Swedish girl raised in Sweden in a strict Christian female high school. Therefore, she's extremely awkward around boys, especially extroverts. It turns out, however, that she has a huge crush on Seki-kun, who is a calm, introverted boy. To get closer to her crush, she downloads this app that gives her a sort of love coach and that helps her transform into Saki's perfect type of girl. However, it turns out that Saki also uses this app because he has a crush on Mari as well, and so he poses as a calm introvert, whilst in reality being the sheer embodiment of an extrovert. We will discover the other's true personality first. Well, we'll just have to see for that. And I mean, based on this premise alone, you can already smell the Kaguya-sama influence from a mile away. I personally really enjoy this manga and can't wait for more, especially being such a huge fan of Kaguya. Before we go to the next segment, however, let's talk about the illustrator, Nishizawa, and why he was chosen as an illustrator who has basically no experience with manga whatsoever. Well, you see, the Young Jump magazine held auditions in 2022 for a new manga artist to decide upon who would be illustrating Aka's new manga, since Aka, if you all follow him, he retired from drawing a while ago. And the winner of this audition was Nishizawa 5mm. And whilst he is a newbie and therefore doesn't really have published manga under his belt, he did work as the character designer for Momozuzu Nene, who is a member of hololive. And therefore he has a knack for female character design, which is present in the manga as well. All in all, his illustrations are quite pleasant to look at and it fits the story well. I'm already a fan. So what is your opinion on it? Have you read it already? Let me know. With that all said, let's get into the next topic. Vshojo members leaving. Now, I don't want to go into too much drama, but the recent departure of Silvervale, Veibai and Nyanners have dealt a really heavy blow to Vshojo's reputation and credibility. Now, why and how did this all happen? After all, Vshojo is one of the better known VTuber companies in the English space, right behind nijisanji and hololive. Well, if you want the details, check out this video about the press Nousagi about it. He has some really good insight in the industry, but in the meantime I will give you the short version here. So the problem is Vshojo's business model. Whilst nijisanji and hololive use non-established talents and boost their following by allowing them to join a well-established company in exchange of their full ownership of their IP, Vshojo doesn't. They prefer to pick already established indie VTuber talents, which means that to get them to join their agency, they have to give their talents more freedom as a form of exchange for bringing their clout to Vshojo, as well as promise them other stuff other than clout. For example, networking with sponsors or legal protection, or the fact that as a talent you own your own IP. Now, this may seem like a nice and good deal, however the problem is that these things are easily obtainable if you're successful enough on your own. So once you reach a certain level of success in Vshojo, there's no reason to stay, except if Vshojo offers you a large amount of money, which Vshojo clearly doesn't have enough of. Other VTuber companies don't have this problem since they use the IP of the members as a form of bargaining chip, which quite frankly is a bit scammy as well, but you know, that's just how companies operate in general. And Vshojo just doesn't have that, so that's why all the members are leaving, because I mean, if you can it on your own and if you have the ability, why should you be dependent on a company? Now, there's some other drama as well from the members that left, and maybe there was some bad blood in this company or whatever, but I really don't want to touch too deep on it because I want to push away from all the drama stuff here. So therefore, let's go to the next topic, which is way more chill and definitely less drama heavy: violence in American schools. I'm joking, of course, this is a very sensitive topic, but I mean, I needed some transition, okay? So let's start here. Assassination Classroom, or Ass Classroom as it is known in its community, has been banned in 2 public schools in Florida and in Wisconsin. If you're not familiar with Ass Classroom's premise, it's about an alien monster that is a threat to human existence, and he wants to be a teacher. Upon becoming the teacher, the students have been tasked by the Japanese government to kill the alien, aka the teacher. Now you may see how this correlates with the increased violence and school shootings in America, and therefore be a rather controversial topic. Well, my stance on this is pretty simple, especially as a European. If there is increased gun violence in American schools, why not, instead of banning mangas, maybe ban American schools? Fuck, I fucked it up, I meant guns. Yeah, just ban the whole education system. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna leave that in there because that was funny. Now, obviously, I know this is a way more complicated issue than I make it out to be, but that just in itself speaks volumes how a simple ban of a manga is just so insignificant and won't solve anything in the greater issue. So yeah, this ban is quite frankly bullshit. So now let's get to an actual more chill topic. So if you've been wondering what I've been playing in the background right now, it's the Honkai starrail. It's a new game by the Genshin Developer myhoio, released on the 26th of April, which was about a week ago. And it had a really great launch. It retains the gorgeous character design and style from Genshin, but instead of having RPG style combat, it had turn-based combat systems. Something like Persona 5's combat. I will keep it short since probably only a portion of you are interested in this game, and I'm really just covering it because I really like it, but this game is great. The story is way better than Genshin since there isn't a certain someone responsible for repeating the same dialogue every 5 seconds. The characters are sick as well. We get Seele and Bronya, who carry the gacha yuri fandom single-handedly. Garnt, Joey and Connor from Tash Days.
Is this elevator broken? Why isn't it responding?
Why are you worried about this piece of junk?
And of course, Iris Feel from Fate Stay Night. If you're into gacha or heck anime in general, because this game screams anime, then you may want to try it. Just don't participate in the gacha, it's bad for you and whatever, you probably already heard of that. But don't do it. Also, not sponsored by the way. Now before I end this episode, I want to say that Weeb news will be airing every Tuesday, which is ironic because I didn't upload last week. And the reason I didn't upload is because I kinda got food poisoning. And then sadly my dog passed away and last week was just a horrible week. I'm sorry. But I will try to keep this series as consistent as possible, trying to upload every Tuesday. If you don't see a video every Tuesday, I'm really sorry about it. It's just my busy schedule. Thank you so much for watching. And if you want to support this series, if you want to, see more of this channel, please consider subscribing and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and bye bye.